Howdy out there, folks. Today we're going to be talking about this local library pickup of mine that is just truly one of the most disturbing pitch black comedies I've seen. And of course, it was directed by Todd Solondz, who has done several films of this ilk, including Welcome to the Dollhouse and Wiener Dog and Storytelling with Paul Giamatti, which is actually quite good. I think actually as a film, I might even recommend Storytelling as arguably his best. But this movie will just absolutely repulse you at times. You won't believe some of the threads, but at the same time, the acting is top shelf, and it has some of just the most audaciously pitch black comedy I've ever seen. And certainly the actors, all of whom are fantastic in it, go for it. I mean, they definitely play these roles with a measure of sincerity and depravity that is, again, it's hard to watch. I saw this in theaters when it first came out, and I remember being very uncomfortable in it. But undeniably, there are just, again, some moments in the film that will, just, ugh. But having said all that, again, I think if you're certainly someone who can look at it as art, can understand there are going to be moments in the film that you just simply will not like at all. There's still, from a filmmaking standpoint, it's a fascinating exercise that, on balance, works quite well for the type of movie it is, but it's never a movie that I would recommend to others. I think you need to look it up, read about it, see for yourself. So again, buyer beware. This is not something that I would ever say, oh yeah, you need to watch that. It's more like you might want to watch it, but just be forewarned, there are going to be moments. It's really in some ways kind of analogous to how I felt, quite frankly, after reading the book American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. That book was just, I think I threw it in the trash without even finishing it. I was so disgusted by it, and yet I have to give the filmmakers credit for taking a seemingly unfilmable narrative and turning it into a pretty impressive pitch black dark comedy. In any case, I digress. I would just say again, just to give you some examples, if you did like In the Company of Men, and I use the term like loosely, or if you enjoyed watching or appreciated watching perhaps some of his other films, Todd Solondz's films, that is like Welcome to the Dollhouse and so forth, then I definitely think you should, give this a watch. I'm not sure you'll want to watch it again, but I tell you, there are some scenes in this film that are truly just, you're stupefied, and I think that's to a large degree the commitment that everyone makes to the film. And Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace. He was terrific and remarkably pathetic in this film. Again, I will just conclude by saying, watch at your own risk. This is not a movie that you can easily sit down and watch and then afterwards say, oh, so-and-so, please, you got to watch this movie. It's definitely going to be a challenging viewing experience, but I think that there are moments in it that are worth a watch, and again, the acting across the board is just terrific. So on that note, please do take care out there, everyone. Stay safe, be kind, and keep watching good cinema.